Hello there and welcome back to Satisfactory, yes. We're back on good old Satisfactory, ready to continue on our kind of Boosteroid playthrough that we've been doing. I've been enjoying it so much. But first, you know what time it is. We got to talk about Boosteroid and the, basically that is the cloud gaming platform we're going to be using today in order to play this game. So if you don't want to hear about it, we'll let everyone pass us by. And if you'd like to stay and watch, we're going to be talking about Boosteroid and some of the features and some of the other stuff to look out for and what you're going to be expecting with Boosteroid and stuff like that. So, before you go though, if you would like to sign up or get a subscription to Boosteroid, if you use the link down in the description below, I do thank you because you do help with the channel when you do that. So. Thank you for that. Okay. All right, we all ready? All right. Here we go. So, pretty much, as we're looking here, what is Boosteroid? Boosteroid is a cloud gaming platform that allows you to play your PC games on pretty much any device. This includes mobile devices such as cell phones and tablets and pretty much anything else that Boosteroid supports, all the way up to smart TVs, including the Samsung as well as PCs like laptops and desktops. You can use it via application or through the web browser, just as long as you have strong enough internet connection. So, we're going to be using, just so that you were aware, we are using the PC version. We are using Firefox 11 in order to use Boosteroid today through the my own internet connection here. So currently, the game you're looking at right now is connected to a PC halfway across the planet. So basically, I'm sending my inputs through the internet, through my keyboard and mouse here, and that is sending the inputs to a PC halfway across the planet. That PC is then streaming the video, the audio and video, the results of my inputs, and the results of the game itself, over the internet back to me, back to my own PC. Now, you're probably thinking, well, why would you do that? You already got a gaming PC. Why would you do that? Well, for one, of course, they help out the channel by supporting me and supporting the channel as well, so I do thank them for that. But also, my PC isn't the greatest gaming PC in the world. It's actually got its own problems and stuff like that. I'm not really going to get into it, but when Boosteroid came to me and asked me if I would like to support their product and then them in turn support my channel, I went ahead and jumped on that right away because this allows me to play, like I said, play my PC games on their computers rather than using my own as well. So we have tested this thoroughly. If you'd like to check out some of the previous episodes that we've done with Boosteroid and Satisfactory, we did load up Season 3 save and basically showed the reasons that, or basically showed off what my PC could do and theirs as well. So, and of course the results were much better than my own PC. Definitely not, because they've got some of the highest technology known to PC gaming and stuff like that. They've got really good graphics cards, they've got really good hard drives, all that stuff. It's really awesome, and you don't have to worry about installing anything. So, just to kind of prove this to you, of course, if I hit Control-Alt here, this brings up the overlay. You can see the overlay in the top left there. That's basically my internet connection, kind of. It's the streaming, basically. So I'm getting about 23, 24 megabytes per second as far as bitrate, and I'm getting about 60 FPS as far as the streaming goes. And my latency jumps anywhere from 50 some to 90 some. It's quite crazy tonight. We do got some extremely cold weather. It is winter, so expect more internet drops and stuff like that too. So, just kind of, that's the way my internet goes anyway. So, like I said, it is internet related, so make sure you have a really good, strong internet connection before considering PC gaming or using this service in order to stream your PC games, because it takes a lot. It takes a lot more than streaming a video or a movie. Just because you're not only receiving input, but you're also sending input out via whatever device you're using to use Boosteroid. So there is that. But yeah, like I said, if I hit Control-Alt here, I bring up this little overlay here. This is basically the session overlay. Since I'm using a browser, I've got complete mouse control and within my browser itself. So, but yeah, you can see all this stuff right here. This is the overlay for the browser. They did a little bit of a UI change, a few UI changes, so you might notice some of that as far as the Windows side, or not Windows, sorry, as far as the PC side goes. They did some fixes and stuff on the Windows, the Mac OS, the Linux, and stuff like that too, just recently. So do be aware of those changes. But yeah, if I ever want to end a session, I can click this button right here. And you can also stream with Boosteroid if you like. You can. There's a share your stream down here. Some of this is a bit in beta, so it's not 100% feature complete. They're still working on a lot of stuff, so do let them know if you run into any bugs or have any issues or anything like that, and they can definitely help you out, and we'll go through that as well. Yeah, microphone and brighter picture mode, all kind of stuff. So, but it's just one little side note while we're talking about the overlay here. If you are going to exit game, no matter what device you're using, make sure you exit the game as if you're on a PC. So basically, for me, that would hit escape. Oops, I'm not in the game. There we go. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit escape. And I'm going to go ahead and exit to desktop, and that's going to take me back to where I signed in either through Steam or through Epic, whichever game I'm playing, depending on where I own it and stuff like that. And then I'm going to bring up my overlay, however you do that, with whatever device you're using. There's tons of different combinations, so I don't know all of them, and all that stuff, and I only have a PC to be able to use this on, so... and then you're going to go ahead and end the session. It's going to ask you if you end the session, and there you go. You wait for the save to sync, and then you can go ahead and end your session. So that's just a quick little note. So you did notice as well, when I did move my mouse cursor to the top of the screen, as you can see, I'm not actually in the game right now. If I click in, then I'm actually controlling the game. A little bit of lag there. I don't know if that was their PC or mine. It's hard to tell these days. So I'm going to go ahead and hit Control-Alt, so it releases control of my pointer, of my cursor here. I move my mouse cursor to the top of the screen. This shows you that I am in fact using Firefox in order to play this game. So if I click over here, this is the main Boosteroid tab. Now they stopped doing the two different tabs between the main tab and the game session tab. That is another change they did recently. I think it was last week, or maybe the week before that. I'm not 100% sure on that memory, but they did it recently, last month probably. And now it's all one tab. But for me, I like to show off the main page as well as the gaming tab. So click back in, I'm controlling the game. Well, that's an Alt tab. There we go. Now I'm tabbed over to the main page. So basically, when you create an account, this is what you're going to be greeted with, or when you log in, of course. This is their main page. It's going to take you directly to your games. So any games that you've added to your library are going to end up here. And like I said, no installation, so you don't have to worry about that as well, especially if your device is low on storage or whatever. You're not the game is not stored on your device, it's stored on their system. So well, kind of. I'm not 100% on how all of it works yet. I'm still learning new stuff and whatnot, but yeah. So basically, like I said, you able to play your PC games on pretty much any device. With this whole fact here of license required and free games, both of these do require you to have a subscription in order to use them, or in order to play them. And the reason is because you're still using their servers and their hardware in order to play these games. So even if you wanted to play a game, say League of Legends or whatever, even though that game, yes, it is free, if you're using Boosteroid to play it, you're still using their servers and their hardware in order to play that game and stream it to your device. Same with World of Tanks and all that stuff. So basically that's what that is. But if you're looking at one of these license required games, basically all that means is that you need to own the game in order to play it. Again, same rules there. In order to play your games on your device that you're choosing, you still need to have a subscription in order to do that. So another thing you're going to kind of notice here while you're scrolling through games, we can go ahead and scroll to hit the library here. This is going to take us to their massive library of games. They got a huge library of games. I don't even know the number. It's probably somewhere in the tens of thousands. I'm not sure. Just pulled that number out of my ass. Whatever. Yeah, basically, Here's all your games. You can scroll forever if you like. Tons and tons of games. They've got some of the newest and most popular games as well. And you'll often see a game that is listed as new. That is the games they're recently added. They're usually adding games, at least a few games every week. But recently they've been trying to work on they've been trying to work on their 4K version and stuff like that for the stream, for streaming and stuff like that. So they've been kind of busy. And of course they are based out of Ukraine, so there is that too. Yeah, that's pretty much it for that. If you are looking for a very specific game and want to know that they have it, there is a search icon up here, and this will kind of be a segue into another thing that you're going to run into, is the different versions. There's a Steam version and there's an Epic version for a lot of different games. Make sure you're trying to play the one that you own. So I'm going to go ahead and type in Snow up here at the top. And you're going to notice that there's the game SnowRunner. I like to use this one as an example because it's the only one I know of that's both on Steam and on Epic. There's more games, I'm sure, but this is the one that comes to mind each and every time I do this. And each and every time it's different, which is awesome because I don't follow a script or anything. I don't have any script. They just give me some pointers and I just follow whatever I want to say about it. But yeah, they got two different versions of here. You got the Steam version, got the Epic version. So basically what happens when you click play on one of those games is going to take you to the Steam or Epic login, whichever one you click play on, and it's going to ask you to sign in, and then you sign in, and then or you get automatically signed in, and it's going to start that game up for you. Now if you don't own that game, it's going to detect that you don't own that game, and it's not going to do anything. Basically, so I would say don't be frightful if you accidentally click play on something. You can immediately end the session. Speaking of ending sessions, they ask that if you are going to end a session, please do not, if you're using a browser like me, please do not close tabs. It is very hard on their system, so definitely do not close tabs when you're done with the session, and stuff like that. So it's hard on their system, and they don't want you to do it. they can't prevent you from doing it, but there might be some repercussions if you do it. So yeah, definitely be aware of that. I say repercussions, but yeah. So that's pretty much the search function. That covers their library. So if you're looking for a specific game, you can find it up there. You can also click the plus button next to each one of these games. So if I want to add this, I can click that little plus button next to the play, and then I'll add it over here to my library. As well as they have a store called Fanatical. Now this is not their particular store. This is just a store they have on the website. I've been to Fanatical a few times. It's legit as any game key store is. It's basically they sell you Epic or Steam keys, and there's a how-to as well on both of those, how to activate the game key if you do decide to buy it through Fanatical, and maybe they have some deals that Steam and Epic don't. So there is that. You buy all kinds of cool games, tons of games on here. This is just their basic library of those games. All right, so basically moving on with Boosteroid. We're going to go ahead and go over to the help section. So basically what that is that's this little question mark up here. You can go ahead and click that. It will open up another tab, as you can see at the top here. This opens up a new tab, and basically you can type any question up in here. If you're having any issues, maybe you have a specific question, you might be able to find it through one of these articles through reading. As well as if you have a subscription to Boosteroid, you get access to their live chat service, which is down here in the bottom right. You can click this little button up here, or this little button down here in the bottom right, and then follow the on-screen instructions. And once you get verified, they will connect you to a live agent, and you can get help through that. There is a few other help options. If you look down in the pinned comment in this video, down below, you will see a little link in that comment. You can click that, and that'll allow you to get some help through that way as well. And there is one more help option as well, and that is through their Discord channel. They do have a Discord channel that you can get invited to. You just find wherever they store their Discord. Sometimes it's on the main page and whatnot. So let's say it's probably here somewhere. Nope, it's not here. It's not there right now. But yeah, you can get an invite, a free invite to their Discord channel, and you can get help through there as well as you will see me on there every now and again posting a video, because that is part of that is how they support my channel. They allow me to post these Boosteroid videos on their Boosteroid Discord channel that is seen by several thousand people. So that's pretty awesome for my side of things. So yeah, awesome all around. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and talk about games specifically. There's a few things that this whole system kind of hinges on. It's kind of very reliant on, and that is cloud saves. Cloud saves are extremely important when it comes to any kind of cloud gaming, because Boosteroid and others, I'm sure, don't have access to your personal files on your computer. So if you've got games that don't have cloud saves enabled, you're not going to be able to resume those saves. You will have to start a new save, and that will and then they will allow you to save that game within the Boosteroid servers, so that you can keep that save game. And basically, this is a fault of the developer, for not allowing cloud saves. Most games have cloud saves, but you will run into a few that don't. A good example of that I always use is Dyson Sphere Program. So if you look at Dyson Sphere Program here, you're going to notice it says local saves here. If you put your mouse cursor over the top of that, it says your progress will be saved on the Boosteroid server. So basically, what this means is if I go to play Dyson Sphere Program, I have to start a new game. And then when I play the game and I save, I'm not going to be able to play that game again unless it's on Boosteroid. So again, like I said, this is a fault of the developer of Dyson Sphere Program. They do not have cloud saves enabled. So that's the only way that Boosteroid can accommodate for that, is to allow you to save your game on their server, and then allow you to load that game up in future sessions. So that's basically what you're going to run into for that. Otherwise, if you go over to, say, Satisfactory here, you're going to see cloud saves. Your progress is saved on the game's platform servers, which is either going to be through Steam or through Epic, and it will pull the save from there. So it pulls the save over the internet in order to resume the save. And basically what this also means is that mods are not supported by Boosteroid. They want you to play the game as intended. So no third-party. There's going to be no third-party software in order to load mods, and no mods themselves if they're within the personal game, or they're within the game files on your computer. They don't have access to that. So definitely keep that in mind as well. So if you're playing games like Satisfactory, like this game, ooh, that's pretty, isn't it? It's all pink and purple. Sorry, I get distracted easily, but yeah. So if you are playing games like that, I can't load up my mods for any saves. I have to play the game vanilla because I use a third-party software that allows me to load my mods, and unfortunately, I'm not allowed to load my mods on here. A bit sad, but that's just the way it goes. There is an exception to the rule, and if we go back over here, and we go back to my library SnowRunner, this game has a built-in mod manager. So this is the exception to the rule. It has a built-in mod manager. It is intended by the developers to have mods in the game. You can get those mods for your saves and resume your save. So that's basically how that works right there. And some Steam games, I don't know how Epic works, but some Steam games have Steam Workshop, which re-downloads the mods automatically. Usually for those games, when you load it up on a new computer, the game will detect, hey, those mods aren't loaded, so it's going to load those mods into your game automatically. So that's basically, and sometimes not automatically, sometimes you got to do the whole thing, but yeah, that's basically how that works. So generally mods are not supported, but there are a few exceptions to the rule as well. So that's pretty much that. Okay, so moving on to pricing, and this is pretty much the last thing we're going to talk about, and then we're going to move on to the actual game as well. So lots to talk about all the time, every time. And like I said, I don't have a script, and I don't have a pre-recording. I just say whatever in whatever order, and that's what you guys get. And I think that makes me more genuine. What do you think? Just kidding. Anyway, so basically, this is the 2 subscription plans that they have here. One is still coming, so this one is not available yet, but it will be available in the near future. Basically, this is a high-end virtual machine with ray tracing, as well as you will get access to 4K and 120 FPS. But again, that is not available. The standard is the only thing that's available. You get the 1 month or 12 month, backed by popular demand. I'm glad they did that. And you just get the basic virtual machine like everybody else. You get the up to 1080p, and you get the 60 FPS. For this price right here, which is basically, this is in euros. So 989 euros, this is about 1080 a month in dollars, or in US dollars, about $10.80. And if you click over to the 12 month, if you pay per month doing the 12 month, you would pay less because of the price right here, which is $89.89 annually. So you pay once per year, and that equates out to just under $100. If you want to go that route. But if you are just starting out and you are just starting out with Boosteroid and you're not 100% sure what to expect, I would definitely go with the 1 month. That way, if you end up not liking it, or you just feel it's not for you, it's not a huge loss, but also, if you end up running into a lot of issues and stuff, and it turns out that that's Boosteroid the problem, or you're able to get a refund, then it's not a huge thing. It's not all that big. So that's basically my recommendation, is start with the 1 month, see how things go, and then if you end up liking it, maybe you switch to the 12 month, or maybe you pay for a few months and then eventually move up to the 12 month. Just however you want to do it. There is one little thing though. If you do happen to have a discount coupon code, or a subscription discount, whichever, however you want to call it, this one you do not pick your thing and then go to your cart and then put in the code. This one you apply the code first, so that's down here underneath here. So you just click that and then you type in the code and click apply, and if it's valid, I say if because there could be some scams going around, but you get your code there, you will get it applied either to one or both or whatever, and it'll apply that code or that discount appropriately to either one of the both, however that discount code works, and then you go and pay for that. So that is basically how that works. You're probably asking me, you probably been asking, why Boosteroid? Why not go with somebody else? Why go with Boosteroid? In my opinion, Boosteroid offers one thing that I don't think the competitors offer, is being able to play your games unlimitedly. So basically, basically you playing your games. Sorry, I messed up my wording there. You playing your games, you can play your games for as long as you want. You can play for 5 minutes or 5 hours. The Boosteroid team doesn't care. You can play your games as long as you want with no interruptions. The only interruptions that you would ever face while playing a game is if your internet connection drops out, or it's dropping out, or having issues, anything like that. Would be basically internet. They're not going to close you out after half an hour, 2 hours, like the other competitors do. And I hope they never get rid of that. That is one of their best features about Boosteroid, is being able to play your games for as long as you want. And that is great for me. It's great for you doing a YouTube channel, because you guys know me. You guys know YouTubing, hopefully. When I'm playing a game and I'm making a video like this, right, there's always cuts. There's always cuts of content and stuff like that. My videos usually last about an hour and a half with Boosteroid, and around an hour normally. That video could have been recorded at an hour and a half long. It could have been recorded at 2 hours long. It could have been recorded at 4 or 5 hours long. And me not having that interruption just allows me to make one good flow content, and then I just make my cuts either while I'm recording or after, and stuff like that. And I could, bring content without having to worry about that interruption, without having to worry about that dead zone when that dead zone is coming and trying to remember that. It's really great for me, especially recording. I don't have to worry about that kind of stuff, and I can also play my games at the highest graphic. I'm playing this one right now, Satisfactory, at the highest graphical settings possible. So that is pretty much that, and why I love Boosteroid so much. So honestly, in my opinion, I would recommend Boosteroid. I do like their product. I use it all the time. Every time I make one of these videos, I use it the entire time. And the only times I ever have issues is when it's my internet connection, or they're working on they're working on the server that I'm trying to connect to. They're having issues with it or whatever. Then I give them a little bit of time, and then I come back and ready to go again, which doesn't happen often. It's only happened twice since I've been using Boosteroid over the past. How long have we been using Boosteroid now? Every Sunday, or almost every Sunday. Some of them have been uploaded a little later. Shh, don't tell them. Just kidding. Yeah. And I've had very little issues with it, and stuff like that too. So, and yeah, that's pretty much my pitch, pretty much it. I know it's a very long pitch. I know it's not very, what you would call, sales worthy. But me, I like to say what I want to say. And, when it comes to Boosteroid, that's not something that I can, or that's not something that I can say about some other company that might offer me, a partnership program. They're more likely the competitors they're not going to consider me first of all, obviously, because how small the channel is. They're definitely not going to be considering that. They'd be like, he has under 1,000 subscribers. There ain't no freaking way. So the Boosteroid points for that. And as well as even if they did consider me, they're going to give me a script. They're going to tell me, do not show this A, B, C. Because we don't want you making our product look bad to your audience and stuff like that too. So Boosteroid luckily didn't do that. They said, here's some pointers. Here's what we want you to talk about. So please, bring these points up to talk about the highlights of Boosteroid. But they said, other than that, you don't have a script. You basically say what you want, and we want you to be honest, and as well. So, and I know I mention that every time, but we're getting new people all the time watching these that aren't subscribed to my channel. So I always getting new people all the time seeing these, especially these Boosteroid videos and stuff like that. So yeah, pretty happy for that, and that's what Boosteroid has done for me. And in return, they support my channel, which is awesome, allowing me to post videos on their Discord and stuff like that. So really awesome to them. Big thank you to them. Anyway, so let's go ahead and get on into the game, shall we? About freaking time, right? I usually spend about 20-30 minutes talking about Boosteroid. It used to be 10 minutes, and then I learned so much more about Boosteroid, and there you go. Changing gears here, just real quick. Oh yeah, one thing I did forget to talk about, again, don't have a script. I did forget to talk about the internet connection test. So this right here next to your username is the internet connection test. This will basically test your internet connection versus your closest server, which is going to connect you, because that'll have the least amount of latency and it'll have the best connection type. But you can kind of switch servers and stuff that are closer to you. And they're even going to be allowing switching to different servers in different countries if that's a better server for you, and stuff like that too. So that's kind of a cool thing that they're going to be bringing up. But yeah, that's basically an internet connection test. I don't do the internet connection test anymore, so that's kind of the reason I forgot about it. But the reason I don't do that anymore is because it shows exactly my location, and I'm not comfortable doing that. So I'm not going to show you the internet test, but you can see it. You can see it over in the top left there, how my internet's actually doing with the stream FPS and the latency. And every now and again, you may see an icon come up in the top right, and it may lag a little bit. There it is right there. So my internet's not the most stable, so I understand. But yeah, that's kind of just how it is. All right, so in between episodes, I did kind of play this game a little bit. I collected a whole bunch of presents. That's why you see presents going on up there. Just while I was out collecting all of this. So I collected a whole bunch more of this because I knew we were going to need it until we can switch over to coal power, which was basically the plan for this episode. So if you weren't here last time, this is pretty much what we had got done. We had put down this massive platform for, 5 generators, was it? And it was one... Was it one pump for all 5 of these? I can't remember. I'll have to look at that. Okay, so that was... Does that count the water in that too? That does not count the water in that. Consumption. That's coal consumption. 113. Maybe that doesn't count the water in that. Or maybe it does. I'm not sure, actually. I'll have to hook it up to a pipe. Alright, so last time we were talking about... I completely forgot about this, too. We were talking about connecting all this stuff up to underneath and getting rid of the foundation wall that I had placed. Now, you do got to be careful with this when it comes to Satisfactory itself. Is with a lot of browsers out there, Control W closes the window. So, because I'm in a browser, it's going to go ahead and try to close my window. And if you press Control W twice, it closes the window and you're going to end up losing your session. There's nothing Boosteroid can do about this as far as I'm aware, because this is a hotkey within the browsers itself. So definitely be very careful with Control W. Change it if you can. I'm not going to do it because I'm too used to it. I'm way too used to Control W because Control allows me to select stuff like this or hold Control for lining stuff up. It's got so many functions in this game, so it's hard to kind of get rid of something like that. And the reason Boosteroid can't fix it is because like I said, it's a browser hotkey, and Firefox, as far as I'm aware, the last time I checked, does not allow you to change hotkeys. So there's that. So yeah, it's just an unfortunate thing that kind of has to deal with. Hopefully, maybe Boosteroid will come up with a solution in the future. That would be awesome. The other thing I wish they would find a solution for is the way games with complex UIs and how Boosteroid interacts with them. Whoops. I wanted to do a 1 meter foundation. Completely forgot. That's what I was doing. Okay, so I'm going to remove most of this as well. Basically. All the way along. Okay. So something like that. And of course, unless you have, an amazing internet connection, you're going to notice a little bit of, maybe you might notice a little bit of input lag or whatever. It really depends on your internet connection. So definitely keep in mind that. If you have an amazing internet connection, then you got nothing to worry about. It's all done over the internet, so. Okay, so. Oh, that's vertical. I wanted zoop. Thought it was zooping. So I'm going to put a 1 meter all the way across here. So we're gonna get this set up today. We're gonna try our damnedest, basically. Okay, and then what I'm gonna do is we're gonna do a foundation at this level for our logistics floor, ish. That way we can have enough room to pull in our water and stuff like that. And the reason I'm putting this back is because Didn't quite understand how that was going to work. Also, I do have Lumen on too, so... Oh, there is one thing I do want to do. FPS. There it is. Okay, stat FPS will pull up the FPS of the game so you can see how the game's performing. Of course, no game performs, or no PC performs amazing under the load of Lumen. That's what it was called. Not even, my PC does not either. Lumen definitely bogs it down quite a bit because there's a lot going on there. Definitely a lot to calculate. Okay, so that's where we wanted our logistics floor. Oop. So I'm going to pull this in through here as well. Okay. I need a better way of getting up there. I really need a way of getting up here. Stuff like that. That's just one of them things. Currently, the only way up here is up here. Hello there, hog friend. How do you feel about candy canes? You like them? They're absolutely delicious. Here, try one. See? Look, it even gives you presents. Fine, roll away. I know how you hogs are. Always rolling away from your problems. Jeez. Okay, did I hook all these up? I think I did. Oh, by the way, if you see me overshooting things, there, I do have a latency of like 70 average. So, you know, if you see me like overshooting marks and stuff like that, and, you know, kind of sporadic mouse movement, it's just the way it is. I can't do anything about it. My internet, that's just how my internet connection is. And like I said, it is winter. My internet connection definitely performs way worse when it's weather, when there's weather outside. Not because it's satellite, just because that's just the way it is. Okay, so I'm going to put a floor hole here, and that'll basically line that up with this. Is that too close? That might be too close. I want to line it up with the water. So we're going to put a floor hole here. So this is the reason I did it 1 meter. Okay, that needs to be moved back. The reason I did it 1 meter is because that allows for a shorter kind of floor hole, essentially. We're going to go 1 meter, no indicator on this. And then, what's the speed of this thing? So if I overclock this, because that's what we plan on doing, we do plan on overclocking these by quite a bit. That's 113 per minute. Okay, so 113 per minute, that's 2... Okay, so that's going to be a Mark II belt. Luckily, we've got heavy plate or reinforced plates being made. Okay, so each one of these is going to have its own belt, essentially, of coal for right now, because we don't have Mark IIIs yet. So we have to deal with the Mark IIs. So we can't do an intake system, because we can't split the coal up enough to make the intake system work. We could do without the overclocking, and that would probably solve our issue. However, I don't know about the water. We might have to hook one up and see what happens. Which we will do down there. So we're going to do this on grid as well. Oop, that's going to hurt. Oh, never mind. I guess it didn't. What the heck? Why does that look so weird to me, that rock sticking out with that circle thing on it? Oh, okay, I guess it just looks weird. It's like, why does that look so weird? Yeah, that's basically, like I said, going to be our coal power plant. So we'll go right over here. I don't know if we have the stuff. We don't have the copper sheets, probably, as I don't have copper sheets being made. I probably should get on that. So it's going to be a production. Actually, I do have the copper sheets. Nice. Oh yeah, I did buy some. So we're going to be putting down a couple of these bad boys. But I want to hook up one to see if it changes the water input, because I cannot remember. It's been too long. What I will do is we will do a... I want to get a foundation in here just above the water line, but I want it to be a 4 meter. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this 2 meter here, and since I want it to be a 4 meter, we'll do that, and then we'll remove the 2 meter, just like that, place that there, and yeah, we're going to zoop this out this way to where we're going to put our pumps. So basically this is just going to be our walkway, essentially. So we're going to have a pumps there. I'm trying to figure out how big I can go with this. Or how far I can go with this out into the water. So that basically I want to be able to put pumps either side. So do something like that. And for now, we're not going to build anything glamorous because I don't have access to the technologies required to make things glamorous. So we're kind of just stuck with non-glamour, as most Satisfactory starts start out with. So basically what I want to do is I want to get this pump lined up with this foundation. So how do we do that? There's a couple different ways. You could put foundations down. You could kind of do stuff. There is one other way. It doesn't always work though, which is strange. We're going to give it a shot. I'm going to put pipeline support right here. Just like this. It might be a little close, but this will be a test anyway. Then we're going to pull one of these out because I want it to line up with this foundation here. Then I'm going to do production. Do a water pump. Rotate it the correct way. Then hold control. No. Oh, and there we go. All right, and in emergencies like that, Boosteroid does have another feature that I don't get to talk about often, is when a session somehow randomly gets closed, loses connection, it will give you ample time to reconnect. Well, I say ample time. It's enough time to get reconnected, essentially, in case of a basically in case of an internet shortage, or basically if in case of an internet outage that only lasts a few seconds, completely disconnects everything, ruins your day, you can get back into the game, as you can see here. So there we go, everything's stabling out. We'll give it a few seconds to kind of fix itself. Like I said, I don't get to talk about this feature very often, so it's really awesome to be able to see that in action. Basically what had happened there is I hit Control W, but I was holding it. So basically what happened was it closed it out without me knowing, without me paying attention. So that was random. That was my fault that even happened, which does kind of suck. So yeah, that lineup's not going to work today. Not today. We could try a foundation. See how that works. So yeah, see how it allows it to snap, which is really nice. You know what I might do? There is this new feature on Update 8. I wonder if I can use that feature with I haven't tested the hold feature very often, so this is something new to me. So if I hit H on here, so that's now locked. Now it cannot be nudged. Of course it can't. Why would Coffee Stain make this easy? Why would they do something like that? So if it's snapped, it can't be nudged. But if I unsnap it, now does it? Nope, it just can't be nudged, period. Okay. Interesting. Why aren't they allowing you to nudge the water pumps? Interesting. What if I put just this is all still kind of testing. What if I put like a 1 meter foundation down? Will that still allow that? I don't spend very often in this. Oh, you know what it's doing? Oh, I see. Okay. So if that's the case, would a foundation... Let me give this a test for a bit. What about a T, or what about a junction? That does give us a lineup line. And basically I'll just back it off till it turns blue. So, yellow, blue, right there. Perfect. And now all future ones, I can just hold control and it'll snap right next to it. So, very, very nice. So, yeah, we're just gonna hook up this one. Let's put some overclockers in it, of course. Give it overclock to that bad boy. And then let's run a temporary pipe, because we don't have very many copper sheets to begin with. I just want to run this up there and see if the number changes. Like I said, I don't... Why is that locked over there? I don't spend very, very often at this part of the game. I spend most of your time in Satisfactory, if you go to play this game, is going to be spent mid-game to late game. That's where most of your hours are going to come from. The beginning stage, unless you take like, forever on your beginning stage, which I have done once or twice. Once or twice. Why are you in here? Don't give me that. Yeah, let's bring this up here. It's probably going to need a pump, but I just want to hook it up to see if it'll even work. Of course, we need power. So let's grab some power. We're going to bring this power right to there, because we're going to use that. Use a connection. This water. Luckily, this water is like knee deep, so I can just run around it. Let's go ahead and connect it. Which is going to give our pump water. Now, the pump will only pump up 10 meters, which 8, 9, 10. Yeah, that's too high. Okay, we're going to need a pump. Because you're going to notice here, as we're pumping up the water, flow rate, it should be roughly 300. It is overclocked, so it should be that, but pipe is full. Pipe is getting full. We'll give it a second, see if it'll reach. I don't think it's going to reach all the way up there. And if it does, it's going to be amazing, because it's supposed to be a head lift of only 10. Only 10 meters. This is definitely over 10 meters. Oh, it actually made it all the way up there. Huh. Well, color me surprised-ish. It's a bit higher than 10 meters, I gotta say. And I didn't put no pumps on it, so there must be something going on. But I doubt it reached into this water buffer here, or into this liquid buffer. Yep. And see, this has only it's got water in it, but barely. And there's no flow, so that basically tells me that I need to go down here, and I need to put a pump down. Now, of course, I could math it out and figure out exactly where the pump needs to go, or I could just put the pump down. Is that under... It's under logistics, right? Yeah, right there. Now, if I put this pump right about here, what I can do is Can I lock this? I can lock that, okay. Yep, and that will give me... See the bubble? The graphic tells me that that's going to reach all the way up there, so... And since the water can rise to this level, we'll double click it, because the first click locks it onto the pipe, and the second click allows you to rotate it up. We're out of power. Now, did we run out of power naturally, or do we need more power? Probably need more power, if I had to guess, because that pump with that overclocking is not cheap. But then again, it was shut off. So let's see. Did we run out of power? 31. No, it stayed capacity. This is where the pump started coming into play. And I bet since I put that pump on there, it started to kick on again, but then just was too much. We could try a reset and see if that fixes it. A couple of times. Come on. Nope. We need another pump. Because it keeps blowing the damn... Or another pump. Another biomass burner because it keeps blowing the damn fuse. Once we get the water and coal up there, though, we don't have to worry about this stuff anymore. You basically only use biomass burners as a way to either A, repower the system because you ran out of something and didn't balance it correctly, so then you use biomass burners to get the system started again, or B, you are trying to power a pod in order to get a hard drive out of it. So you know there is that. Oh yeah, we got to connect this up to power too, so let's go ahead and bring this in here. Connect it to that. And then connect it to that. And I'm going to use this opportunity to refill all of these just real quick. Basically just go up to them, go over to one of these, hit Control, click, and then move on to the next one. And of course, yeah, I know I could overclock these, but I'm not going to worry about it because I only have so many. And I'm usually in the beginning game, you're pretty limited on those. So yeah, we will get that full, and then let's hit the big reset switch, and hopefully this should fix it, because it looks like we're just going over. Okay. Why are we blowing a fuse? We shouldn't be blowing a fuse. Okay, let's overclock one of these and see what happens. Alright, we're gonna overclock this one. We should be able to power this. I don't understand why it's... How did that get that high? There is a no freaking way. No freaking way that was that high. Oh, and we blew a fuse again. Okay, so we do need another one. Alright. Fine. I'll put down a freaking another one. Jeez. So picky. You're so needy, game. So needy on the power-y. Don't know why I said it like that, but sure. Okay, and I guess I'll throw more biomass into you too. Holy freaking crap, man, that is... Why does it keep spiking like that? That is not the pump running. Or is it? Is it the pump running? The pump might be running. Let's check the pump. Is the pump running? Really? We're gonna play this game, are we? Okay, I'll overclock one. Jeez, you win. You win, okay? I give up. Let me just overclock one, and that should hopefully be all you need. Overclocking one of these does the same amount as an unoverclocked. I cannot believe that is that much. What is happening here? Okay, yeah, the pump is running now because that's hooked up to power. Okay, that makes sense. How much power is this drawing? 67 point... Yeah, but I added 2. That should have taken care of 60 of the freaking megawatts. So why is the power so high? It doesn't make any sense to me because we added 2 biomass burners, which should have covered the 60, and then the only thing left would be the 7.2 megawatts, which should have been covered anyway. But Oh, you know what? You know what it is. I wonder what does these pumps take? Let me check these pumps again. 4 megawatts. No, that shouldn't have been a problem. Ah, whatever. We got the pump going. Ooh, what's the head lift on that bad boy? Holy crap, that head lift is maxed out. It's only 20. Oh. Okay, so that's going to be a problem. I need another one of these. I'm probably going to put one. You know what? I might put one up there. Again, this is just a test anyway, so we'll have to redo that list. There we go. That severely lowers the head lift on that. That way they're not pumping so damn hard. If they exceed maximum head lift, what they'll do is they'll shut down, which is what just happened. So, gotta keep tabs on that bad boy. Because water and coal are very, very important for coal power. You need lots of water and you need lots of coal. So this should be filling though. Okay, it's full. Never mind. Does this have water? This has water. Okay, so it is 50 water per minute. So 51, 52, 53 essentially. But we don't want to go to 3. We want to keep roughly 2. Okay, so that was basically my test. So one pipe can support, or should be able to support all of these. Okay, so what I'm going to do then... I'm just trying to think here. What would be the best way to accomplish this? So if we take our... take our pipeline connector here. And we go... Is this going to be good? We go to here. And then what we do is we draw this. Oh, we need to put the rest of the holes in. Yeah, let's go put the rest of the holes in first. Okay, so that takes care of the floor holes. I did have to go get more reinforced plates so that I could finish this up. But all these are now connected to coal and water pipes from up top. Whoops. Need to be a little more careful there. Okay. So I'm probably going to use this inner one. I might even remove. Again, don't try to move while you're deleting stuff, or while you're using control to line stuff up. Guess that's going to be my lesson for today, huh? Oh, I needed to zoop that. Alrighty then. So there's that. So yeah, I'm gonna move this over. We might need pumps at each one of these housing stations. I'm just trying to think, yeah, what would be the best way? And it might be the best way might be doing this. Instead of there. Oh, and also I got my hotbars kind of set a little bit here, so since I'm going to be working with pipe, said what we'll do is we'll run maybe every 2 foundation. I don't think that should cause a problem, right? Yeah, that support that. I'll support that one. And yeah, we'll just go straight up with it. So basically it will be a massive, like, or not a massive, but it'll be a big, what do you call it? Manifold. For the pipe, anyway. Which will take the system a while to get all filled up. Which is why I'm not going to turn on the pumps until this system has, fully healed itself. Fully healed itself? Until the system has fully, there we go. Filled itself up. Don't ask me what I was thinking. Healing itself. What the heck? Okay, I don't think that's gonna... Well, actually... Did that line me up? Oh, up. What just happened? It lagged a little bit. That was very strange. Very strange time to lag, too. These are close enough that I can hold control and line them up. Which is very, very nice. Fairly nice. Something like that. I'm a little tired as well, so I'm kind of... That's how all YouTubers are. We're all freaking tired. Not tired of doing what we're doing, just tired, like, exhausted in general all the time. Okay. So then I'm going to run the pipe out this way through a wall, which I will put right here. Right here. Yeah. Right here. I will put a 7 in it, of course. And then a 2. There we go. Get ourselves our inlet pipe. So since we need 300, or not even 300, we will be able to make this work quite easily. So I'm just gonna... Is it right there? I think it's right there. Nope, it was one more. That's okay. Easy fix. Just remove those 2. I might put a 1 in here instead of a 2. And this will give me the indicator on whether or not the pipe's working. Oh, so the indicator is now multicolored. Interesting. I'll do 2 to get the clean pipe look. I always like the clean pipe look. That's my favorite. So from here, we're going to go every 2 foundations again. I think that looks the best, honestly, 2 foundations. Just for support. Stuff like that seems pretty darn good. Okay. Oop, went too far with that. But I think I'm going to do is I'm going to run the pipe down the center. That might be the best. I might do this as well. This might be a thing. So what you can do is we can get these pipes. Yeah, can I get up here? Thank you. So we can get these pipes up above. And it will have no problem pushing it to this level. Yeah, and then we just run our foundation like that. Grab our pipe connector again. Which we do need to find the middle of this, which is right there. We can hit the H key, lock it in, make sure it's in the center, looks good. And click the button, click the thingy, and get rid of the foundation. And now we got floating pipes for the moment. Should we do indicators on these? I wonder if it'll even... No, it won't even do an indicator. It's too close. I almost need to move it out. Well, you could do a little S-curve like that. That could look kind of cool-ish. I hate it. I really hate it. It needs to be moved back. That's what needs to happen. So I'm going to do... Actually, we don't even need both of these. I just thought about that. We only need the one. So why am I working so hard? Let me just put a pump here. Call it a day. For right now, anyway. I think it should be okay. Sorry, I'm rhyming. I started rhyming on accident. I went, let's roll with this. See where it goes. Which is it didn't go anywhere productive. Okay, so we know it's roughly probably around here. If I had to guess. So if I put an indicator on this, it will not do an indicator. Okay. Curious. Alright, I'll just do a 2. Just a no indicator. It's not far enough away. I hate that bend in this pipe. So, what I'm gonna do is this. And then just for fake support, I'm gonna take a 5. This is what you'd call fake support. It looks like it's supporting it, but it's not. And that didn't end up where I wanted it, did it? 5. It's supposed to be here. And a 2. Continue that 2. That's much better. Okay. So we got an indicator here. Yeah, that is curious. Why is it blue? Oh, that's the pipeline swatch. You know, the pipeline's what we should probably do is paint everything white. There we go. Oh, see, it didn't color it blue that time. Interesting. Huh. I was just curious why that was painted blue, but whatever. So now we can put our real power poles down. I'm going to put a power pole here. Like that. And then we're going to put... Actually, shouldn't need more than the one right there, just to get the pumps up to the top. I'll put this pump right in line with that. That should be pretty darn... Yeah, that's pretty darn good, actually. Looks good. And of course we connect it to power. Take this power, we'll run it down every other connector. Okay, that connects it. And of course we need to overclock this. Get rid of that. And we're going to get rid of... Whoop. Get rid of all this. Oh, and I did forget to connect those. I could probably connect them from down here. Look at my reach. Oh, come on. There we go. And that'll be the water sorted at least. Okay. Now we just gotta get the pump running. Oh, that pipe has water. Oh, you know what's happening? Is it's backflowing. At least into the pump. Luckily the pump's act as one-way valve, so we won't have too much backflow, but it's kind of basically what it's doing is it's called fluid dynamics. And this game does do fluid dynamics, so what it's going to do is it's going to take all the water from that first pump. Looking for power. There it is. It's going to take all the water from that first buffer. I call it a pump. I don't know why I did, but it's going to take all the water from that first buffer and it's going to push it down this pipe. And then it's going to balance out between that one and it's going to balance out between all 5, basically. Yeah, it's just basically fluid dynamics with acting with gravity and all that, other cool stuff that I don't know anything about. So it does mimic that kind of stuff, which is really cool. And there's our pump, and there's our power. So we are now powering the overclock pump, which is going to fill all of these basically with water. So what we're going to have to do is we are going to have to wait for the system to fill, because when it comes to power generation with liquids, there's always going to be an issue when it comes to filling up the system and keep the system full, because liquids act a little bit more. They act a little differently. Like I said, so basically what we're going to be waiting on is for all of these buffers to fill. You notice how that buffer's empty? That's because most of it drained into the pipes down below when I connected them. And it tried to balance out with all of these. Now, like I said, this system is going to take a little bit to get balanced out, but it's going to fill up all of these buffers. We're just making sure everything gets water. And I think it is getting water. Like I said, we might end up adding pumps to each one of these, because it's not strong enough to get it up there. Either that or we put a pump at this end here, which would probably be more practical rather than pumps at every single one. Normally what I would probably do is I would do valves, just to keep things from backflowing. Basically try to keep those buffers from trying to feed other buffers with backflow. But once the system's full, you usually don't have to worry about that, so we're going to try not to, and hope the system works. But a pump right here would probably be a good idea, just because of the height that we're dealing with right now. So I'll put it right there. We're going to put another wall. That'd probably be a good idea. And then we're going to go power. This is where the dual wall connector comes into play. Put it right there. Power from that side. And then from this side down to that. There. So now that pump's not going to work as hard down there, and this pump's not going to work as hard either. So together they'll never come close to reaching the maximum head lift, which is good for us, because that means those pumps will never stop pumping. Of course, the Mark II pumps are much better because they've got a much higher head lift, but like I said, these are going to start filling a little faster now because the way the water was coming in and how far it was having to be pushed wasn't the best. But basically, it's going to fill this. It's going to try and fill this one up first, and so on and so forth. But since it's not going anywhere, it's more likely going to, and there's no valves or anything, it's going to try and balance all these out itself. So it's going to take a little bit of time. So in the meantime, what we're going to do is we're going to try and set up vehicular transport, which we need frames for. So I might end up buying the frames for that because I need it for my coal. Because I'd rather do vehicular transport rather than running extremely long belts. Because the closest coal node, I will show you. We'll go ahead and ping it because we do have the map. I think we have been over there before as well, which is going to be that one. Now if we look over here, there's actually 4 coal nodes over here. There didn't used to be, but now there's 4 of them over here, and then there's a bunch more there. But these are normal nodes, which isn't going to give us too much. And then we've got an impure and an impure over there. We've got a pure. Ooh, those might be good for something else. Basically, we're going to try and pull off of some of these coal nodes here, and try to bring the vehicles this way across the desert. Just as a starting off point, and once we get better belts and stuff like that, then we'll work on getting better systems for this. As well. So let's see, the truck stations, where should we put the truck stations at? It's going to be an interesting question. We could pull them through here and then pull them through the floor. So I might foundation this all out. right here. Pull that to there. Yeah, basically this is where it starts. This is where we start foundation on everything. And just start trying to cover the desert in either concrete or whatever we want, basically. Oh, and I'm out of concrete, but that's okay. This has been running for a while. Oh yeah. We're almost maxed out on concrete. Very nice. Now obviously we don't need this much room, but it's best to set this up right now. So yeah, just gonna pull this all the way over to here. Yeah, pretty much like that. There we go. And that gives us ample room for our trucks, essentially. I'm gonna have to build this out, aren't I? Like this, so that they have something to drive on. Drive up onto, I should say. Just build all the foundations we can. Yep, then the trucks can drive up on here, and they could drop off their coal at a truck station. Again, we need frames and such, so I'm going to go ahead and... Do I have everything else I need for this? No, I do not. I need the rods, and I need the cable as well as the... Do I need the rotors? I do. Okay, I'll have to put this concrete up. And let me go and get all that stuff. Oh, and of course, while I'm collecting all this stuff, I did conveniently, somehow, forget that I don't have any tickets. I was about to go buy some. We have 5 tickets, but I'm not going to spend it on materials. I do have the 25 frames for it, so we'll go ahead and do it, but we will need more frames, so I'll have to make some more. But yeah, this will unlock a vehicular transport for us, which is very, very nice. Launch!
Milestone reached.
Courage, so then we're going to go ahead and skip our dialogue. If you haven't heard it before, you can watch my other my other series where, and I'll probably do it in season. I might show it in season 4, like everything she says and whatnot. See if she says anything new or recent, but you know how it goes. Okay, so that basically that unlocks over in transportation, unlocks a vehicle transport, which unlocks the tractor and the truck station. So we need, like I said, we need frames. So we need 15 frames per. Trying to think how many truck stations would be the best. We might run 2 truck stations on either end. It's just because the amount of inputs and outputs and stuff. So select milestone. We're gonna go for probably basic steel. Ooh, you know what? Actually, I changed my mind. We're going for this. An equipment slot and inventory, as well as the Xenobasher. We're going for that. We needed wire for that, right? Yeah, we're definitely going for, what was it? Improved melee combat. Because we have everything else. I'm going to go grab more cable, though, and more wire. Which we've actually made quite a lot of recently, so that's pretty cool. Go ahead and go over here. And now that we've got, basically we've got an ample of like foundation material and stuff, we can start putting stuff on factory grounds, making our own factories and whatnot, so that'll be pretty darn good. There's more cable. We needed 1500 wire. There's 1500 wire. Okay. Yeah, what's taking the longest right now is those dang smart platings. Once those smart platings back up, then we'll actually have a decent storage of like rotors and things, which would be nice. Okay. So we've got all that. Is there anything else I could be doing? Oh, let me, modular frames. Oh, they cost reinforced plates. We don't need too many of them. We only need, what was it, 15 per station? So we make 60, roughly. We make 2 each. This might take a minute. Okay, and as our frames get done, the timer did get worn down. So we can definitely do melee combat now. So take note of how many slots we have in our inventory. And launch.
Milestone reached. R&D
Nice.
inflated your pocket dimension.
Inflated my pockets, huh? Stop doing that. I don't like my pockets when they're inflated. Bulgy. I don't know. Anyway. Let's see. What else? What else? Oh yeah, we got an extra hand slot. So now we can put like our item scanner in there. Which is really nice. Of course, this is right now, it's scanning for nuts. Should be going off quite crazily when it's so close to me, but I guess we'll scan for berries, mushrooms, power slugs. It's leading me to that power slug up there. You can actually see it. Yeah, tons of stuff. Really nice. Oh yeah, by the way, this, when I went and got a whole bunch of this, it just had so much extra of wood and leaves and things. Okay, so we're gonna head over here, and we're gonna go, oh, do we have the stuff for a miner? We only have the miner mark ones, right? Yeah, we don't have any concrete. Ooh, that could have been bad. Let's go back and get some concrete, because if we don't have concrete, that's no miner. That's no minor issue. Damn it. I ruined the joke. Okay. There we go. That should work. We need foundations anyway. Let's see, do I have anything for the truck stations? Yeah. I should probably grab an extra stack of cable. And let's see, we're doing good on rods, plates, rotors. We don't need motors yet. Yeah. Let me grab an extra stack of cable over here. Okay. Very good, very good. And let's go on a little adventure. We're not going to pick that up right there. That's Sam ore. It's the most useless ore in the game because it has no use. It's literally useless. Same with the Mercer Sphere and the Summer Sloop. Those are both completely and utterly useless right now. They're tied to the single-player portion of the game, so that's why they're useless. Because the single portion of the game the story portion. That's what it is. The story portion of the game has not been done yet. They've been trying to work on the game to get the game to their liking and, roughly to the audience's liking as well before they move on to actually doing the story mode in 1.0 and such. So we've been over here before. There's a couple of normal nodes just right here. Sorry, the only reason I'm getting rid of you is because these will turn into more research for me. So there's the 2 coal nodes there. We might go for the 2 pure nodes because those will be the best for how much coal we're going to need anyway. And it looks like there's a hard drive up there. I wonder what it takes. Let's go check it out, shall we? Get another alternate recipe. What's on the ground here? Anything cool on the ground? Oh, there's some more frames. 12 frames. Oh, got some more wire. Is why if you're going out journeying for hard drives, try to keep your inventory empty as much as possible. Like I didn't do. Now, luckily, if you know exactly what these take, these ships, how do I get up here? They will always be the same. They never change they never actually change what the pod needs. It's always the same. And I can say this with 100% certainty, because every single time there's been one hard drive pod. It's located roughly there, next to that waterfall. Right next to that waterfall out there in the distance, where my cursor just was. That one has always required rotors. I can't remember the exact number, but it's always a very small amount. It's like 1-2 rotors. This needs power. Oh, that's actually perfect. We can do that. Yeah, we absolutely can. So what we need is we need a biomass burner. If we can fit it up here without me being in the way. Up there, right there, perfect. And then we take a power line, connect that to there, and it says it needs 50. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw some overclockers in here. I'm just going to whack that bad boy up to at least over 50. Throw in some biomass. Unlock the door, grab the hard drive, and delete this, and I'll get all my stuff back. Sweet! We have another hard drive, baby! That too much effort. There's some more screws up here that I did not want, but I'm going to pick them up anyway. Just because I can. Eventually we can scan for hard drives, which is really cool too. But yeah, I am curious. Should we take the pier nodes on? It's quite a bit of a distance farther away, so hopefully our trucks can make a round trip journey, and we use the poles to guide them, which will be nice. Hello there, fellas. I'm here to take your coal node. Have a candy cane. Merry freaking Christmas, you filthy animals. That's a reference. That's a movie reference, by the way. I wasn't just saying that just to be crude. That's an actual movie reference. just letting you know there. So yeah, let's put down some foundations, shall we? Control 2. Lock it onto the world grid. This is why I brought plenty of foundation too. So we can make a big old truck station, essentially. Let me go! I'm stuck on the coal. Yeah, we'll just cover this up. No, the trucks have no issues getting on here. And we can come back and change it to a train station or pretty it up, you know, whatever we wish. But we are going to be putting 2 truck stations down here. Now, the reason I'm doing that is not only because it'll increase the amount we get at the other end, that also makes it so that I can have more outputs. Because if you remember how much coal we're going to need is not going to fit on one belt. One belt is 120 per second, or 120 or 120 per minute. What was it? Sorry, I'm tired. Yeah, per minute, sorry. I don't know why I said per second. That's like, that can't be right. Let me check the board there. Okay, so these are pretty interesting the way these truck stations work. We're going to go ahead and put one down. This is why I made this platform so big. You see how it's got this big old bounding box? It's exactly why. Yeah, so we're going to back it up. I'm going to hit H on this. Yeah, that looks pretty good. So we're going to put this truck station here. And then we're going to put another truck station in line with it, holding control. Oh, stay on page. I almost screwed it up again. See, there I go again. And then we'll hit H on that. Should have lined that one up better. I'll fix that one. to fit it on 2 foundations, because it fits exactly on 2 foundations, so 2 foundations wide. And I think I do that every episode, the Control W thing. It's just the way I am. Right there. Okay. Perfecto. And of course we're going to grab some power. And where's the power pole? There it is. Okay, so we'll put that in between there for that one. Actually, I might be putting it back this way. So that'll power that. This one will power here. Then we'll roughly connect them together there. Okay, then we put down production. We'll put down a miner, Mark 1. Oops, I don't have the thing. First, we'll put down a equipment workshop. This is why I always carry like a bit of rods and a bit of plating on me. It's very rare that I don't have that stuff on me, because I can throw down this anywhere I want in the world, which is nice. Oh, I need to make 2 actually. 1 for each miner. Okay, there's that. We'll throw down a miner, of course. That almost worked, huh? Almost worked out. And so what you can do if you want to line these up to the directions, the easiest way is to look at the miner down the barrel of the miner. I shouldn't say that. Yeah, and put your radar exactly on whatever direction that might be, and that'll get you lined up perfectly. And what I'll do is, yeah, we'll just throw this in the mix there. Now the platform's a bit floaty. There we go. Okay, and then we got plenty of, well, I say plenty, it's not very many, is it? And then there's that. Now we can only overclock this to 120, which we can't overclock at all, because that is, that's overclocked, so... yeah, basically 1 truck station. So what we're also going to do here is, let's see, yeah, we're still working. This video might go on a little longer than normal. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do logistics. We're going to do a splitter, conveyor splitter, because we're going to use some of this coal in order to power up the trucks. There we go. Okay, we cannot fix that. All right, there's no fixing this right here because it's on a for some reason they put those on different grids. So what we have to do is we kind of have to work with it. Unfortunately, now there's no way to really connect to it properly. So what I might just do is see if... no, that ain't gonna work. Just because of how close it is. We're just gonna have to do this, I'm afraid. But I don't want it to connect so elegant, or so non-elegantly, so... 1, 2... You know, it might be just better. Just get rid of the lift. People are probably yelling at me, just get rid of the frickin' lift. Yeah, then just do that. Does that come through the belt? It does not. Alright, I think we have a connection. Now we don't have power, of course, out here. We'll get power eventually. It's like, just give me 2 seconds to get that hooked up. And by 2 seconds I do mean quite a long time. And since that's roughly going the same direction, we'll just put that there. And then we'll just do that. Might need another foundation because this one's a bit further along. That's okay. Can I do a 4? Like a lift? Not really. I'd have to be on the local grid in order to do my little tricks, so I guess what I'll do is I'll just do this. I'll just have to do 1, 2. Okay. And then what is it, an 8 is the splitter? No, 9 is the splitter. The splitter there. That there. That there. And that there. Okay, sweet. They're both hooked up. Let's get them both hooked up to power as well. So that way when we hook the power up, it won't be no thing. Just like that. It's not the prettiest, but again, I lack the ability for prettiness right now. Okay. So let's go ahead and get our power set up, I suppose. This one's got 4 connections on it. Do I have the Mark II poles yet? I do not. Okay, so that basically what that means is I have to lose this connection here. And then we're going to put a connection right there in the middle like I wanted to originally. Then we'll connect that to there. We'll lose this connection to then go to this pole here. Okay. Then that'll power everything. Then I'm going to run this all the way across. Let's see. How far should we go? Right here? That'll work. Then we're going to use the walls as a little bit of a kind of a guiding area here. There we go. Wonder if I can put this so the trucks will be there, roughly. Right against that wall. I'm basically kind of making lanes, I guess you could say. So if you're going to this truck station, you hop in here. Oh, we need a, yeah. We need an opening, I guess. So only on the 2 foundations where the truck station is. So we'll put those. Then what they can do is they can go from here and then they can cross into the main lane here. And then skip out to the desert and head over to base. Okay, do we have enough for the tractors themselves? We do. Yep, we do. Okay, I was just making sure. Let's face them that way. Okay, so it's roughly here, if I remember right. It's yeah, it's not in the center-ish. It's like here. That's where we need to start. Same with this one. Yeah, it's like roughly in the middle. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to hit the X key here. We're going to change this custom preset. We want the primary to be black actually, because it's going to be hauling coal, but we're going to do the Boosteroid secondary color here. So blue. Same with these, we'll color these. And why not, we'll color those too. They don't all have to be the same color. There, so that tells me that tractor, in case we have multiple tractors hauling multiple things, I can know that that tractor's hauling coal. So yeah, we won't be able to do these tractors with anything yet. What we're going to do is we're going to take power, and you're going to run across the desert with it from this point on, because it's going to be the outbound. So we'll run... Where should we run at? Should we run up this hill? I guess we'll just beeline it, I suppose. Yep, and I'm just going to put down power poles every so often. And this will basically kind of determine my truck route, essentially. And then here in a minute, we'll show you how to hook stuff up. I'm going to try and avoid major hills as well. Because that's going to take more coal in order to make that trip, so... Yeah, like I said, these power poles are going to be my guiding light, essentially. Kind of. Pull this power pole. I'm going to put this power pole right in them rocks there. It's not going to be the straightest path in the world, because we're not going to... That guy's stuck in the sand. But it'll get us there, just because of all the sand and stuff. Okay, we can't put that there. Actually going to move this one to roughly there, and then here, up over this hill, or up over this sand dune. I'm going to climb this hill. Go up this way. But yeah, basically you get the idea. Okay. Took me a little bit to get over here. Had some technical issues. I'm gonna leave them out. Yeah, there we go. Oh, power grid is shut down. No, are we out? Yeah, one of them's out. Okay, we're gonna have to refill that, unfortunately. Should have plenty. Alright, let's go and refill these real quick. Okay, that should be all of them full now. Oh, come on. Give me the... It was running without a couple of those for a little while, it looked like. Now there's going to be even more power being used. We might get another power failure while trying to run these truck stations. That should be fun, right? Should be quite an interesting go. The cool thing is, though, once we get this set up, it shouldn't be too bad. I'm going to have to move that power there. And since our truck stations are going right in front of this lip, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put power poles along here. I think that'll be good. Probably do like, I don't know, every 2 or so. Something like that. Huh, that actually worked out better than expected. There we go. And then I guess we'll just run a power pole down to here. And then connect to that one. There we go. Now we should be able to remove this power connection. Yeah, right there. Yeah, and everything's still powered. Good. I'm happy. Cleans everything up nice and neatly. Okay, so now we need our destination truck stations, essentially. We're going to need to put a little bit of room in behind these as well, so we're going to have to keep that in mind. Just so we have enough room to put like splitters and things. So I don't know, roughly here-ish. So the trucks can come in along this wall here, and then they can go in and drop their stuff off right there. And then there's enough room to put like splitters and lifts and all kinds of stuff there. Oh, there we go again. Almost, almost did it for a third time tonight. It's because holding control and hitting W to move forward so that you can get everything lined up is apparently a pain in the butt for this game. Lock that in place. I think one foundation separation should be okay. There we go. So that's all of our frames used up. I did make some extra frames just in case I needed to place some extra stuff that required frames. So that's what's up with that. Now, luckily, we just have to. Yeah, that'll get powered. We just have to connect these roughly here-ish. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so we're going to have one of two things happen here. Again, just like the other side, because of how long this trip is, I don't know if one fill-up for the entire destination is going to be enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put another splitter in here. This is why I gave room. And we're going to do the outputs. So like this. Yep, right there should work. And of course, the next output is right on top. But we don't need a splitter for the top output. We can just do the bottom output, which should be fine. Because it's not going to be that much coal anyway that goes into there. I'm still going to use a Mark II to connect to it, but should be roughly okay. I didn't like the way that connected. It's 1, 2. There we go. And that's a nice clean connection. And there we go, nice clean connection. Alright, so we're going to need multiple belts. We're probably going to need to go get more, what do you call it? More reinforced plating to get that up here. But we could do, I'm probably going to stack these belts so that we can go this way with them. And I'm just going to run this belt all the way to the end. Because eventually I'm going to turn this into a system that I can expand. Because this is not all the coal generators that are going to be going down. We're going to be adding even more. So roughly there. Is this right? Right up against that wall? Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to put a 4 in. Okay. I probably want to go 1, 2. Yeah, 2 should do. Just to get it up off the floor. Since it's right up against the wall here for this one, I don't really care as much. However, I will be adding a 5 to this. Just so we can get that second belt in. Get it ready. Or at least get it going. I want to kind of... I'm probably going to be doing this like one at a time or so. Which should be fine. So I'm going to put this here just as decoration. Then we'll run that belt down to here. One, two. Okay, I'm going to remove that one. Ew, I forgot what I wanted to do. I mean, this would have worked, but I forgot that what I wanted to do. That's okay. We can move on to the next thing. Or not move on to the next thing. We can do that, and then move on to the next thing. And now I'm stuck. Let me go! I got animals walking underneath my base. I'm fear of hitting Control W for closing out the window. I'm probably gonna get an email about that later. And be like, can you please stop hitting Control W? I'll be like, I'm sorry. I apologize. I don't do it on purpose, I swear. I really don't. I'm not doing that on purpose. If only Firefox would let you change the hotkey, or just remove the hotkey entirely, at the very least. That function is just, it's not needed necessarily. It's a situational need, is the way I'd put it. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove that, and then we'll put 1 meter foundation in there. And then once we get inside of here, I'm going to ramp down. Probably with 1 meters-ish. Actually worked out. And then we'll bring the coal down here. As well, so. And then in order to fix this little debacle that I've kind of gotten myself into, so what, right there? Right up against the pipe? Yeah, perfect. There we go. And then we'll run this belt. I am curious. 113. Let's see, divided by, what am I, no, that's not what I want to do. 75 divided by 120. Oh, whoops, wrong one. Wrong way. Wrong way. There we go. So 1.6, so it can't even support 2 of them. Ugh. So no matter what I do, I'm limited to 1 belt per, unless I want to try and balance out that 0.6 somehow. And I don't have the patience for that. So I'm just going to do the 1 for right now. I might gradually add these. It's just the Mark II belt is not good for these. And wait, how much coal did they? I was calculating for 75, but that's the power output. That's not the same for the coal input. No, coal input's 45. I'm an idiot. Again, I'm tired. Divide by 45. Okay, so that's 2. So off of 1 belt, I can support 2 of them without overclocking, which I probably will do, just to get a couple of them online at the very least. So yeah, we'll run this belt in here. Just like that. Okay, so then we'll run a 9 over here, conveyor splitter. Let's see, where's the lineup for this? Ish. Now, something we recently discovered with a friend of mine recently discovered this. I was just kind of there at the moment, and I didn't really know. But apparently, if you put this splitter on the end of a lift, and it like connects to it, it'll work. And it's like this. Is it like that, or was it an 8 that worked on? No. Huh, I won't do it there. Oh well. Put that back. But this is a nice little neat trick though too. Saves on space and keeps you from having to do any kind of weird craziness with your belts. Keeps everything nice and clean. I think it's here, but I'm not sure. Nope, I was wrong. It's 1 over. Okay. Yeah, I need the coal to go somewhere when I get it here, so that's why I'm setting this up. Looks like that's in the wrong spot. So roughly, yep, and then 1, 2. Okay. And at least with this, we'll be able to support... we only have 240 coming in, so we got to remember that as well. So 240, we divide that by... what was it, 45? So 5.3, so that will support this as well, which is nice. Now what I can do as well is I can bring in this other belt, because the inputs and outputs are infinite on these, the speed anyway, is infinite on any of the transport stations. As far as I know, these are infinite. The transfer rates are completely infinite. It doesn't matter. You're limited by your belts, which is nice that they did that. Because I don't think you'd be able to do it any other way, huh? Yeah, that just wouldn't work any other way. Yeah, I gotta get this belt down somehow. Because we'll be able to power all 5 of these if I can get this to work like I want. I hate it. I have to fix this. That just cannot stand with me. Alright, so it's going to be here, was it? To make the perfect S-bend. No, we can go back a little further. Oh, it has an invalid shape. Come on now. That totally works. It's a little bit close, isn't it? You know what I might do? I might run this belt, this lower belt over. Well, S-bend the lower belt. Actually, that might have been the perfect connection. Yeah, it was. Whoops. That's okay, just to put this here. And no one will know the difference. Okay. Also, that needs to be moved over again. Dang it. That needs to be over here. Okay then, that's all hooked up now. Very, very nice. So we've got splitters for all of these pretty much. Everything's hooked up to our truck stations out here. So as far as I want to take that for now. Again, we don't really have the beautification that we can use. So I think I'm going to leave these ones open. I suppose. And let's go get our truck set up. We just need to go to the other side of the desert, basically. All the way over there. Okay then, coming on over here to our little truck stations that we got. Looks like we have been mining coal, which is pretty good. What I am going to do is I am going to take a stack, and I'm going to fill... Sorry, gotta access the little back... Oh, it's already full. Did it just get loaded automatically? Just because it was sitting here? That is possible. Yeah, both of them are loaded. Good. Okay, so basically we've got to record 2 paths for this, because we've got 2 different trucks, 2 different truck stations. We should probably Should we record two paths? Yeah, I think we should. We should record two paths. Okay. So basically what we gotta do is gotta open the record menu. We're gonna start recording from here. And everywhere we stop, this truck is gonna stop, basically. And you notice these lines starting to appear, right? So yeah, we're just gonna follow our poles on the right side, kind of. And this is just, these lines are just gonna follow us. They're gonna poop out the back of the truck as we drive along. These things sound much better. They sound cooler, I must say. Oop. Trying to get a little too crazy with it. Whoops. Yeah, we're going to take it a little slower in here. So the more arrows that appear, the slower the truck's going to go through this area. It's a little bit rough terrain, but should be okay for the most part to just giddy up and go. Now I built a bridge right here, which is going to be interesting for these trucks. There we go. We're going to see how they path through this. Man, those brakes are strong. I just tapped that. Yeah, I want to go slow because this is a ridge right here. Very nice. Basically, we're going to have to take this round trip 4 times. Once each for the recording, and once each for the checking of the trip. There we go. Yeah, we're going to have this one pull in here. Essentially. We're going to set this to unload once it's done. Okay. And then we're just going to have it drive off. And go to the other side of these poles. So essentially the poles are going to act as a kind of a divider of sorts. Now this is not the best way to do this. I'm kind of doing this a little bit quickly. And we should probably drive around that node. And then back up here. Hopefully the trucks don't get confused. Yeah, like I said, the brakes are rather strong on these. This is going to be interesting for the trucks to navigate. With all these sand dunes. Just take it easy, okay, truck, when you go and do this yourself. Now, the round trip actually wasn't bad for the coals, so I don't think we're going to have too much issue. Whoop. And delete those 2 nodes there. So that's what you can do is you can delete nodes as well if you've messed up in a certain spot. And then the truck will figure it out, so... And then what it's going to do is it's going to turn around right in here. Our pathing recorded. Now we got to save it. So we hit the save button here. We're gonna call this, if I can, please. Oh, dang it! Our power again? Oh, cowl, coal. We're just gonna call this coal path 1. And hit the save. Okay, and then we're gonna enable autopilot. Now, of course, it's not gonna load because we're out of power, but escape. Oh, off it goes. This is going to go on its own. That's probably going to go way faster than we can. Yeah, where's that spot that I messed up at? Right here. So I'm going to do is add this node and we're going to delete it. Then what it's going to do is it's going to repath, essentially. It's going to try its absolute damnedest to end up over to that node from there, which it should be able to do, so shouldn't be no issue there. And we're just going to follow this truck, essentially. Because I don't think you can drive in it. Oh, look at that, it's taking it easy over that. I'm actually glad I slowed down for that portion. It took it pretty easy over some of that. Yeah, you can't hop in this, and it'll go, unfortunately. Or will it go? Nope, it won't go. Which is unfortunate. So I guess we just kind of had to follow it on foot. I don't know why they didn't allow for that. Like like the trains do. Alright, let's see how it navigates this bridge. That's taking its time. Very good. There she goes. Yeah, we gotta go figure out what's wrong with the power. I wonder if No, we had been running out of power for a while. This is why we need to get off this stuff. It's freaking biomass crap. I've had to refill it twice now for this episode. And it hasn't even been 2 hours. It is burning through that crap so damn fast. Which is unfortunate. Oh, before I do that though. Oh, come on, let me up there. Thank you. Sorry, I'm tired. I'm starting to get cranky because things aren't working. That's how it goes, man. Oh, it's going to try and stop here. No. Delete this node. Yep, you're going to stop at this truck station, which this one we're going to set to unload. And we need to set this one to unload as well. I think it's confused. Have I confused it? I think I have confused it. Yeah, what we might do is we might delete this node. And this node. And I might even delete this one. And so basically what the truck will do is it'll go here and then it'll automatically just try and hit that truck station right there. Okay, that should be close enough. All right, that does have coal on it, so... Oh, no, it doesn't, actually. Okay, well, let's fix our power issue just real quick. I don't know if that's ever going to move or not. I guess we'll see. Yep. Okay, and for all of those who said... there's no way you burn through all of that quickly. You're right, one of the biomass burners didn't get fueled up, I guess. I must have missed one. Yeah, see the power spike there? Yeah, I must have missed one on refueling. That's unfortunate. Okay, so... Actually, I don't have to record both paths. The one path has fixed itself, so... We should be okay there. Wish I could hop onto this guy. Can I? Hit! Yeah! We'll just take a little ride. See how he does going all the way back. Oh, and also, by the way, I'm just too lazy to build highways right now. So I'll just let the sand dunes, let them try out the sand dunes for a while, see how... It's going to be incredibly inefficient, but I think it's more fun. With these little trucks. You know, it actually didn't do too badly. I was a little more cautious than I was when recording the path. It did hit one jump, though, but you got a little bit of air. Like a foot or so off the ground. If that. Very nice. Okay. So now, we gotta record for this path. So we're gonna start recording. Of course, this is why this one has to be different. So, we could have recorded for the same path, kind of. Because, like I said, because we got two different truck stations, and I kind of want them to act slightly differently with each truck station, rather than going to both each time. It's just like, yeah, it's just better just to record both paths, it's fine. Hopefully this path will be a little bit more smooth, though. I'll try to take less corners. Try not to stick to the poles as much. There we go. And try to be a little more clever about the braking and stuff. Which will be alright. Oh my gosh, the brakes are like the e-brake. Ugh. That was bad. Now, the one thing you don't want to do when recording the path, if you mess up, is you don't want to get out, because what's going to happen is that it's going to turn that into a weight station, or a weight marker, which is going to make the truck wait. So if you had like intersections and stuff, and you wanted the trucks to kind of realistically stop at an intersection and wait for a few seconds and then go, you could set that up. I definitely have in the past. But yeah, just like don't get out and fix it until you've recorded the entire path, and then you can go out and fix it. So this one's going to be a little bit different. We're going to stop here, give it a few seconds, and then we're going to pull out like this. Yep, then we're just going to follow the path back. Probably could have made that entry a little smoother, but for how much coal we're pulling in, we should be fine. I might even turn off the coal generators until everything gets full with coal. Well, that's gonna be fun. You gotta kind of tap the brakes, you can't hold them. This is like the e-brake on there. Yeah, I don't drive so good with the keyboard. Yeah, we'll just go wee. Yeah, wee. The truck's got the suspension to handle it, it's fine. This is where I messed up last time, so let's try not to do that again. Almost back. I didn't make this the most efficient, but I think it's more realistically-ish. And then this one's going to come around this way. Okay, then we're going to save it once more. I'm wondering if I do this. No. Oh, there we go. Nice. So call path 2. Save. And then enable autopilot. I'm actually going... So the other one, I need to hide the other path. Which we can do from here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to disable autopilot, actually. And then I'm going to escape this, please. Thank you. Get in this truck. Where are you going? Oh, I got in it. Whoops. Now I'm confusing the truck. And that's stuck. Whoopsie. Sorry, buddy. I don't know why you kept going. That was really strange, but I need to hide the path nodes on that. Alright, and then let it go. Bye! Like I said, I have confused the absolute crap out of this truck. Oh, there we go. It fixed itself. When they get stuck like that, the game will fix them. Okay. So now, I need to wait for this one to get to the other end to set this up correctly. So this one, this tractor in front of us that's getting loaded right now, will get loaded, it's going to take off, it's going to go to the other truck station, and then we're going to set this one to go. I'm going to turn on autopilot so we're ready. And then we're just going to hang out on the map until that, tractor gets clear over here. Okay, and that truck is now pulling into its truck station. So let's go ahead and get out of the map. And let's get out of the tractor and let her go. Yep, it's figuring it out. Oh, it's confused about that one. Hold on. Delete this node. Confirm. There you go. It'll fix itself here in a second. He just runs over that wall. I'm gonna get rid of these walls here. They're gonna cause nothing but issues, so. Oh well. We tried to be nice to the tractors. But yeah, basically we're gonna follow this tractor all the way through its path, and we're gonna correct all the nodes, or basically delete all the nodes on its path that we need to remove to keep it a decently smooth trek across the desert here. Okay, trip halfway over. So far, so good. There was a few nodes I had to delete, but seems to be working thus far. The nodes that I thought I had messed up, the tractor actually did it better than I did. So, pretty happy about that. Very, very nice. So, of course, these two trips are going to be different, so they are probably going to catch up with each other at some point. But hopefully they still have that proximity detection or whatever it was. Oh. Okay, then. We're going to have to fix that. Go ahead and respawn. There she goes. That's okay. We can fix that easily. I'll just make this section a little wider right here. It'll fix itself. That was my bad. Because I messed up the pathing so badly right there. What I might do is I might delete this node here. Have it come up the hill and try to aim for this node instead. Everything seems to be going so far so good, though, except for that part. Yep, and it arrived back at the thing. I'm also gonna delete some nodes here. So, see, this end one can go, and this one can go. I took that corner a little wider than I needed to, so it'll go from this node and just hopefully just straight into there. Okay, very, very good. I do need to catch up to this tractor real quick, though. I'm going to try to anyway. So I need to hide the path. I'm happy with the path, so now I need to hide it. Okay. Hide path. Off she goes. Okay, and then we need to go back this way and hold this tractor. At least near its station. Oh, it hasn't docked. It hasn't started yet. Good. So once it gets loaded, then once it stops, then I'm just going to hop in it and wait for a minute. That way we can stagger these. So now that they're all set up, we're going to wait to stagger these completely. So I need to wait for this tractor to get to its truck station. And then I'm going to hop out of this one and let it go. And then hopefully they'll stay staggered enough to where they're delivering enough coal. And then once that happens, we'll see you back at base to see the final result of our coal transportation. Okay then, and the fruits of our labor have been dropped off. Very nice. That one's about half full or so. That one's about 3/4 full. Looks like all the coal is getting to where it needs. Let's see if these are ready to go. Because these are powered on. Looks like they have coal and they have water. We'll just check each and every one of these to make sure they have coal and water on each of them. And of course they don't have any connection, which is what I wanted. I didn't want to connect them up yet because I wanted to get backed up on coal and stuff like that, so that we're always bringing enough coal and whatnot. And looks like, yep, that's filling up like it should. That's filling up like it should. Okay. Alrighty. Let's get some power up in this, baby. Let's get some power going. Oh, of course, this one's fully overclocked. Let me change that before we run out of before we run out of coal immediately. All right, and none of these others should be overclocked. They should be good to go. Connect that one to there. Skip one. Skip one. I guess skip one. It's not the greatest, but now we have all 5 coal generators going. Look at our power. It's like completely overdoes the amount. Which is nice. Okay, which is good. Did I overclock any of these others? Just to make sure I didn't. Because I don't have enough to be able to pump that much water up here right now. But hey, everything's working. And we have power. That was our goal. We accomplished our goal. And it only took nearly 4 hours. Anyway, that's pretty awesome. So yeah, I think that's a good stopping point. We got our coal going. We got our water going. We got our coal generators going. Not the most efficient way possible, but we're definitely going at least. So that's that. that's there anyway. But yeah, I think that is going to be it for this episode of Satisfactory and for this episode on the Boosteroid cloud gaming platform. Oh yeah, I did have a technical issue, so this didn't end up getting turned back on for the rest of the episode. Whoops, completely forgot about it. But yeah, just as a quick reminder before we end here, should you wish to make a subscription to Boosteroid to play your PC games on pretty much any device, including mobile devices, smart TVs, desktops and laptops, whichever you choose and whichever they support. You can do that by using the link down in the description below. And should you use that link and buy a subscription, I do thank you, because that does help out the channel. So, but yeah, that's really going to be it. So I do hope you enjoyed, and until next time, I guess it's a goodbye.